The moment I started charging or increasing rates, it's scary.
I would go in at 9 in the morning, get off at 5:30, go train, come back and work in office from 9 until 1 a.m.
Is Nick's coach gonna choke again? And then it ends up being the pressure is on Nick himself as well.
I don't care if they follow me or not. It's just like hearing people walks of life. That's what I love.
And to be honest, 50% of the people of those 15 people probably could have afforded double his prices, and he would have made the same money coaching half the people.
Are you willing to quadruple your spend and spend $2,000 to get 4 clients? We are live from the Arnold 2026. This is episode 10 of Business, Brains, and Bronze. Coming to you live. Boys, I appreciate you stopping by the booth.
Of course, man. Of course.
What's been the craziest thing we've seen so far?
Me changing 3 shirts. Yeah, that's been the craziest thing I've seen so far.
Probably
It is hot.
It's a little warm.
Probably
Yeah.
the Young LA booth, to be honest. That's
Young LA
great.
booth, it's a football field. It's wild.
They have
Cars elevated.
Ferraris parked on top of the booth and stuff. Like that's
It's a
great.
straight club DJ.
Yeah.
Is it really?
Yeah, they have a gym inside of the booth, so you can go in there and get a full training session.
People are training.
Yeah.
That's sick. Bro,
Now, granted, nobody's over the age of 23, but
yeah, no. Fitness has changed so much in the last 5 years. Like, the Arnold this year is the biggest I can remember it ever being,
Really?
in my
somebody
mind.
said that it hasn't been this big in 8 years.
Yeah.
So somebody just told me there was 80,000 people today.
What? I believe it.
80,000?
I believe it.
80,000.
Yeah. I think
Nuts.
ChatGPT said something. I don't know how accurate this is, but the Arnold, for the 3 days of the expos going on, the Arnold attracts upwards of like 280 to 300,000 people.
I
Yeah.
saw that like the GP is like 50 million for this weekend in Columbus.
Wow.
Somebody, I told someone that, or I told Tyler Cook that earlier, and he said, "Well, they don't make any. This is the only thing that goes on." I was like,
this is their Black Friday.
when you make $50 million on one weekend, you probably don't need much else going on.
Yeah,
it is
exactly.
crazy though how the entire city transforms to where like restaurants 3 miles away from the convention are like, yeah, here's our Arnold menu.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
We went to a pizza place last night, and they had a Arnold Classic meathead pizza. It was their meat lovers pizza.
There's
but it was
tons of
like-
meat on it.
Yeah.
Nice. At Capitol Grill, the guy came out before ordering, and he's like, just letting you guys know, whatever's on the menu, we can change it. So I'm like, well, what do you mean? He's like, you want a 10-ounce filet? We can bring you a 30-ounce filet. Swear to God. I swear to God. I'm like, wow. Because of the Arnold.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
How many years have you been coming to the Arnold?
5.
Yeah.
My first one was in 2021.
This
Yes.
is my first one.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been once as a spectator. We came for one day, just drove up, but this is the first time actually like being in the since knowing people. Really,
Yeah.
I was like barely coaching the last time I came. So
I forgot how many people I knew. I've
Yeah.
been in this industry a long time,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
And whether it's like I saw Jeremy Windia and Joey Swoll,
Yes.
and people from First Form, and it was just crazy the amount of people you just forget about because you're just not in contact with, and it's like, hey, I know you, and I know you, and I know you, and I know you.
One of the coolest things for me today was this a guy came up to the booth, and I recognized him right away. And he was one of my past clients, one of my lifestyle clients, and we lost 130 pounds.
Let's
and
go.
He's kept it off.
Wow.
So I saw him, and I'm like, oh my gosh. And I'm like, I think 2 years ago was the last time I coached him.
Yeah.
And I'm like, it was like, that's impact, like that's fulfillment.
I love
I'm like,
that.
that is awesome, dude.
It was awesome.
Thank you. Watch out, you're in the podcast.
Delivery.
Y'all want one? It's a
There you go.
caffeine.
No,
It's a bum energy pouch.
I need no
What are
more
they?
stimulants.
Bum energy pouch. It has 30 milligrams of caffeine, 100 milligrams of cognizant.
Really?
Yeah.
I'll take one after.
Yeah. No, it hit me yesterday when I was like looking at all the people going by and stuff, and you know, we get on Instagram and we follow who we follow. Our algorithm is what it is. So like, you said this before. Coaches think that this industry is saturated,
Yeah.
and it's like you look around here, and there's just so many everyday normal people that are coming here to just enjoy the fitness industry, and it's like you realize that probably 80% of the people here don't have a coach. Maybe not 80%, but like
And I
a good portion.
I
of
would say more than
More.
80% don't have a coach.
Yeah, and it's like you look around, it's like there's so much bread, so much bread for everyone to eat in the coaching industry. It hit me yesterday. I was just like, man, there are so many people that enjoy this stuff.
I would put it at like 98% of people, bro. Like, it's a lot of lifestyle people here, fans. Like, bodybuilding and just like fitness fans goes deep.
Yeah.
Like, there's High Rocks people that love watching bodybuilding,
Yeah.
but they compete in High Rocks. There's people that just go to the gym 3 days a week and just love bodybuilding, and it's the coolest thing ever.
Is he talking about you?
What? yeah, I guess so.
But it's the booths this year too. I'm seeing a lot of like business booths, like
Yes.
not, I don't want to say like people's clothing businesses, but like things like what you're doing here.
Yeah, software
Yes.
or lifestyle.
Yeah,
Dude,
There's foot traffic.
there's a gutter installation.
Gutter company.
bro, that's money.
Yeah.
People always need gutters. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
And
So obviously, like, most of the people here, I would assume, especially on Saturday, are going to be local.
Are gonna be what?
local.
Yeah.
So it's like, there's going to be a lot of people here that you can sell something to if you had a local-based business. Obviously, if you're a national-based business, you know, sky's the limit on potential. But it also is funny, it's like the different types of products. And you've got Young LA that's probably spent $1.5 million on the booth. You've got a solo company like ours here to where it's like, I don't have to sell 100 tubs of protein to pay for the day. I just need one coach.
Yeah. 100%.
And so it's the ROI perspective is so crazy
Yeah.
on what actually makes money.
Yeah.
And building off of that, that's why I'm out here. Like, Hostile doesn't have a booth. We've had booths, plenty of booths. I love being at the Hostile booths. But they know that when I'm out here and I'm cranking out content for them, they know how impactful that is for the fans, for the consumers, the audience, the viewers, etc. And it's like sometimes that can be more impactful than spending $200,000 on a booth.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because then you got to worry about product, getting product shipped, paying for everything, all the fees.
It's crazy.
So
You get a certain threshold to where you no longer can actually set up anything. You have to pay the union to do all of it.
Yeah.
yes,
And if you can't carry it in, then it costs like twice as much.
Yeah.
yeah.
So-
And a lot of companies are coming from like Canada, so it's like they don't want to bring that stuff back across the border. So what do? You know, like when you have to. So, but it's cool. So this is your first time at the Arnold, first time at
It's our
your
first,
booth.
this is our
Yeah,
first
first
booth
booth.
for this company ever.
Yes.
At an expo like this.
So how have things been going for you guys so far? Like sign-ups for Check-ins Pro, etc.
Honestly, the favorite thing so far
Yeah.
is actually just meeting clients in person that I didn't expect to see.
Really?
I've ran into multiple athletes that we work with that are like in Young LA. Dre and Nick. And I just ran into them and I was like, yo, like, just awesome to make that connection with people. And so that's actually been the coolest. And there's like a few different ways to view like an ROI for us. I don't expect to sell anybody on product right here, right now. I just want, I shake hands, get to know you, take photos, answer questions. I've been doing this segment, this like a 2-minute mastermind, where I'm just like, got 2 minutes for me to tell you how to remove the constraints inside your business. And this is content, like can we create content?
Yeah.
And then taking photos with as many people as we can
Yes.
that are clients, instantly posting, tagging, collaborating, like just exposure.
What
So it's
would?
been really great for that aspect of it, more so than like, am I going to make money today?
Yeah.
kind of thing.
For this podcast episode specifically, what would be your segment for your 2-minute mastermind right now? Like, what would you say if, like, off the whim? I'm putting you on the spot.
It would be based off of the questions I would be asking somebody.
Oh, okay. Got it.
Because I would like dive into their business.
Okay.
You want to do you?
Shit, no, I'm put on the spot. My brain is not coaching brain right now, but I'll try to get into one. What about this? What's been a common question that people have been asking that you've been answering in terms of that 2-minute mastermind snippet?
Most of it has been like, how do I acquire more clients and customers?
Okay.
And so it's just basically at that point I'm asking, okay, so how often are you posting? A lot of people is like once a day, and I'm like, isn't that working for you? How many people are you signing up per month? And then are you running ads? And they're like, no. And I'm like, okay, so if you posted twice a day, what would happen? If you got twice as many views, would you have twice as many conversations? Does that multiply the business 2x? Or are you spending money on ads? Yes. How much are you spending? $500 a month. How many new clients are you getting? 1. Okay, so you're spending $500 to get a new client. You sell a $3,000 package. It's not a bad It's a 6X, cool. Are you willing to quadruple your spend and spend $2,000 to get 4 clients? They're like, yeah. I go, so just spend more money.
Yeah.
But it's like, sometimes it's like we know, but it's like we're afraid to either do. But if we know it's going to cost $500, how about this? If I knew that it was going to cost me $500 to get a client, I would, and you could guarantee for $500 I'd get a new one, I'd cut you a check for $100,000.
Right.
And be like, can we do it again next month?
Yeah. Right.
100%.
Because from an ROI perspective.
Right.
So client acquisition is like, how are we getting them, or how much is it costing you to get them? Do more of that. Most people think you always need something new. You don't need new. You need more, better, and then new.
Yeah.
But more is work.
Yeah.
I've ran into that plenty of times.
That's what people don't like.
Yep.
We want something flash. I'm guilty of being flashy myself.
Absolutely.
Like, hey, let me go do the new thing, right? Like Check-ins Pro is flashy. It's a new thing. Like, we're going to spend all that energy into AR as well.
Yeah.
But this is an adjacent product that does help. So here I am justifying the flashiness.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly. I see it. I
As
see
the
it.
hats, it's like it's a new way to get acquisition. It's like, or you could have got better at hats, Mike.
Yeah. Right.
You could have done more and got better instead of doing something new.
Yeah.
But I'm like, well, maybe this would be easier to attract people in because they buy a hat, fill out a form, you tell me your coach, easy lead.
Yep.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
So it's
All right. Now let me ask you a question regarding the booth as a whole. Obviously, every show isn't going to be the Arnold.
Yep.
You're not going to get to have as many conversations, and it's not going to be the same vibe around. What do you plan on doing differently at the booths that isn't going to be this? Because, like, you know, there may be coaches that are watching this that set up booths at local shows or whatever. So what will you do differently at those more like local, national level shows where it is just specific types of people, maybe not all the fun and wildness going on? Like, will you change anything? Will you do the same things? Like, what does that look like?
yeah, great question. I think we'll have a better strategy when it comes to content.
Yeah.
To where it's like maybe have a sign that's like 2-minute masterclass for a free hat. So I can just rip and create content over and over and over and over and over instead of me having to stop somebody to then say, hey, would you like to do this? So making it to where it's like this podcast right now, like this is getting a lot of attention.
Yeah.
And if this was an open seat and they would like take a seat and ask a business question,
That's smart, dude.
people would drop in. You've seen those reels? People
Yes.
like, ask me lawyer advice.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was about to say that one. Yeah.
So something like that, and like I just thought of that, right?
Yeah.
So it's like maybe implement something like that.
Now the delivery is a little bit higher because you're not. If you had the setup at a different show, less people. Okay. Now you can focus more on that delivery, like for that example, that one person. Here you're dealing with volume.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
But at a different show, like what's the next show that you guys gonna have a booth at?
We're doing the Emerald,
Oh yeah.
and then Real Coaches Summit, which is all coaches, which should actually have a better ROI because it's everybody and there's a coach versus most people in here are a consumer, not a coach. And then also hoping that like at the bodybuilding shows like the New York Pro, Tampa Pro, there's gonna be a lot of coaches being there, and it's a lot more intimate, so you can actually have more conversations with people.
Absolutely.
But I mean, I still have geo ads on this building right now.
Oh yeah.
I'll have the same thing in every other place.
Nice.
It's just, again, it's just, can I create content with moving people? Because this is going to get more attention on a reel than me standing in front of this sign, right?
And this podcast specifically, this is honestly a genius setup because, like, people probably get tired of us just seeing the same background, same recording all the time.
Anything new is always exciting.
Something we noticed at watching those music videos last night. It's like there's always somebody in the background doing something crazy that's drawing your attention.
We were watching this. We're at Mikey's Late Night Slice Pizza. Fantastic spot, by the way. See?
Yeah, 100%. See that?
What's his name?
That's Danny.
Danny Swole.
Yeah.
I stand at our hotel, and I was like, that dude is huge.
Yeah. he's the nicest guy, dude. I love that guy.
So, we're at the beach joint last night, and they're playing music videos, and we're like hooked to the TV because his music videos from like the 2000s.
Oh yeah.
When the objective of a music video was to watch TV, so it has to be entertaining.
Right.
And so we're just like, man, like this is the wildest video ever. Like, I can't believe they're doing all these things.
Yep.
And it's like, so watching something to keep attraction versus just being boring.
Right.
So that's what we're trying to do. Is like, how can we create TV around the space?
Right.
And so asking those questions of like, maybe you think viral, or that's the goal, is to create something that gets attention. Because it's not going to be one interview that's amazing. It's going to be one sentence that starts the conversation.
Right.
That is good.
Yeah.
I have a question. So, like, have you, from the time setting up to yesterday, today, talking to people, have you came across anybody that you've been talking to about AR or Check-ins Pro where people have actually tried to do their ads themselves? Like, their coach, they've tried to do just like the Instagram ads, like boosting that way. Because do you guys...
We don't
for ads,
focus
you
on
go
ads per se.
Right.
I'll consult.
But I'm curious about how many coaches are even tapping into it.
In ads?
Yeah.
Man, I would say like 10% of coaches maybe do ads.
I tapped into it in 2025, heavy, very successful. It was really successful.
Are you still? You're still running ads, right?
Not right now,
Not
no.
right now.
Because I'm at a spot right now where since December, like I told you guys, I've offloaded not any bad terms at all, but a lot of people I've kind of let go.
Yeah. Same.
Because I was spread thin,
Same.
spread too thin, and some people were. I sensed the direction of our relationship, lifestyle or contest prep, whatever, was just not where I would want it to go.
Yeah.
Not that it was a bad thing, but it was like, okay, for me to continue and enjoy this and give my best service, all right, I need to pull back sometimes.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm not running ads at the moment, because like right now, I've downscaled my roster enough where I'm really comfortable with my workflow, but also what makes that even better is the price point.
Yeah.
My price point is higher.
Yeah.
So one, I'm attracting the people that can afford it, but also it's more ROI on my end as well. Because I don't ever want to get to close to 100 clients before. Like I've been there. I don't want to be there again.
I had 90 last year, and it's like I have like under 60 now, and it's
Yes. I've got 64, and it's perfect right now for me.
It's a combination of, I want to make sure that the quality in which I'm giving is top notch.
Yes.
And that I'm not burning myself thin, lowering the quality of what I deliver.
Right.
And so I had this conversation with the guy that came up, and it was like, he's an IFBB pro, charging $250 a month. And when he signed up with AR, he got 15 people since signing up. And I'm like, bro, that's amazing.
Yeah.
What are you charging? He's like, $250. And I was like, can I give you some just unsolicited advice? I was like, double your price.
Yes.
And he was like, why? I go, what's your close rate? And he was like 95%. I go, everybody can afford you.
Yes.
I go, that sounds great. And the scarcity mindset says, hey, sign up every single person.
Yeah.
The problem is that in 90 days at this rate, you can take on no more new people. And so have you done the math on what that is? And if that's like $15,000, is that all you want to make?
Yeah. And like, to be
You
honest,
have to stop now before
Yeah.
you get there.
Yeah.
and to be honest, 50% of the people of those 15 people probably could have afforded double his prices, and he would have made the same money coaching half the people.
Yes, very true.
Yeah. As he's getting ready for the Toronto.
Yeah.
So I'm excited for him to see that. And it's just like, I was like, listen, man, I was like, I know you're not asking for it, but you have my permission
Yeah.
to raise your prices.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think people, I mean, I was not now, but like 2020, I was not charging for a good year because I was just experiencing it, feeling it out.
Same.
And I was just doing lifestyle, okay? The moment I started charging or increasing rates, whatever, it's scary because you don't want to get on a sales call and be told no.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I understand people undercharging what they're delivering, but sometimes you kind of have to have an ego if you're good at it.
Is it ego or is it confidence?
Both. It's both. Hell, I think you can have both.
I think when people show up and they go, I have to make this sale, they think they're never going to have another call booked.
Very true.
And it's like, for me, it's like, if I close at 50%, then I know that if you don't, the next one is.
Yeah.
So that's okay if you say
Right.
no. Actually, if you say no, that means the next one is a yes.
Yeah. Very true.
Dude, so
Maths.
Yeah.
when I hired Austin Medlin, paid him $15,000 for sales coaching. That was the number one thing that he drives into everyone's head is like, when you have the abundance mindset of saying no to someone, like, you don't have to make every sale. And honestly, if you don't try to make every sale, you're going to make way more sales than if you did try to make every sale.
Last week I had 3 sales calls. I didn't close on any of them. And it was the dynamic of what was going on in the call.
See?
Yeah, there we go. So we're going to take a little bit of a turn here because we've been talking just business stuff here, but bodybuilding. There was a lot of unexpected stuff that happened this Arnold. Mike didn't compete, not in Classic, not in Open, because people were kind of were upset that they wouldn't let him compete in Open.
They would.
They wouldn't.
So
It's an invitational.
Someone told me that they offered him to compete in Open and he said no.
Really?
Which I don't know. Like, it's
It
hard for
was
me to.
posted that he was going to.
Yes.
And then it was posted that he wasn't going
Yes.
to.
And then I heard, because the Arnold's an invitational, that they were like, yeah, it's an invitational, but you weren't invited for Open. That's one I heard as well. But
Interesting.
I don't know. They may make a statement. Mike may make the statement. He was like, you know what? I wanted to do the UK instead. But yeah, Wesley won Classic. Absolutely insane. Wesley looked insane.
Very good.
His lats were crazy.
Crazy.
Talk about his legs, dude.
Yeah.
They told him bring his legs up. He brought his damn legs up. His legs looked insane.
Oh, for 6'3"?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Pretty
dude.
nice physique.
Dude, and Sam, we're gonna get into Sam's still look, but like, he got shit on by standing next to Wesley in
Oh yeah, but that just goes to show. This is what I literally send screenshots from the video or from the live stream to my team group chat. Oh no, I did. I sent it to my guys, not the team group chat. And I told them, because one of them's in prep. He's 4 weeks out. He wishes he could be here right now. I'm like, this right here that's a pro, but that's competitive pro.
Yeah.
Like these guys, it's just a great example of how you have to be a 24/7, 365 bodybuilder
Yes.
for years upon years upon years. Not just living the lifestyle, but part of living the lifestyle is that mindset. You have to have the mindset. You can check the boxes, eating your meals, doing your workouts, doing your cardio, all this, not missing shots, whatever. But if you don't have the 24/7 mindset
Yep.
of being a bodybuilder, that's the biggest thing for me, man, in the past year and a half was the structuring my day around training. Like I wake up, I'm thinking about training, and I'm like, obviously I can stretch my mind, I can think about business as well, but that's been the biggest thing for me of now knowing, okay, I am skipping a division. My mind, I need to put so much more emphasis on how I'm operating my day to make my training even more successful.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because Sam got up there, he looked great, conditioning, awesome. But where did he lack? What did I say in our podcast episode 7? The bottleneck was going to be posing. His posing, I'll say it straight up, his posing was
Horrendous.
terrible.
It was bad.
Terrible posing. Great condition, looked awesome. But he
Tad
couldn't
flat?
present it.
Tad flat.
Yeah, I'd say tad flat.
Yeah.
Yeah, a tad flat. But I made a comment on a video. It was Sam getting interviewed by 3D. And the question was like, what are you looking forward to after this Arnold? Sam's response was very simple. He said, you know what? I'm having fun with this. I'm the one coaching myself. I'm in control. If I don't show up, I go down to the ship. I'm not blaming anybody but myself. Okay? And then he responded with, whatever show I do next, if I get second call outs or first calls, as long as the package is better. That's bodybuilding.
Yeah.
And I listened to that, and he doesn't have an ego where he's like, yeah, I'm going to win this show. I'm going to win against all these guys. He just has fun with it because he knows that bodybuilding is about just every showing, I'm just trying to improve. Sometimes the placings don't improve, but your physique does.
Yeah, well, because everybody else improves too.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So it makes you work so much harder. But with Sam got 8th or 9th?
8.
8th, got it.
Yeah.
It would have been 9th because there's another Classic guy that got injured.
Yes.
Was that Sancanelli?
That's
Also
weird.
Mike, so it would have been 10.
Oh, yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. That's right.
Gabriel
Zaccanelli.
who got injured. Yeah,
Yes, yeah.
He tore his quad or something on a sheet of ice.
Yeah.
It's on ice or something.
Crazy. What the
Wow,
heck?
man! Imagine prepping all that time and effort put into prep for the Arnold.
I know.
Works with Aceto too, so you know it wasn't easy.
No. Did you guys watch the live stream at all for Open? Okay.
No.
But did you see any of the clips?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Nick frickin' Walker, bro.
Dude.
Showed the
You
fuck
think he's really
up.
self-coached? You think he had anyone help him with his peak?
Yeah, 100%.
I do too.
Because the way I was literally on the toilet this morning, and Devo FaceTimes me. He's like, dude, I gotta talk about the show. Let's do it. And I'm literally on the toilet. So we're talking about it, and it's in my opinion that yes, he had help somewhere. He's got the best people in his corner. Okay, it's Nick Walker.
Yeah.
I mean, I might or may not know who it is.
Yeah, I know. But I think what
But yeah,
Nick decided to do,
From
I
my
think,
understanding, the guy I talked to, he had help.
yeah. But I think at the same time, for the
Or at least
duration,
an eye. We all have an eye.
Yeah.
yes,
Yeah.
for sure. But I think a biggest thing that made Nick, why Nick presented the physique that he did, was I think there was so much less on his plate. Like it was more so, all right, I'm gonna put a little bit more weight into my intuition.
Yeah.
You know, and I think a lot of that had to do with him being off social media for a ton of his prep.
Yeah. And the pressure of like, oh, Nick's working with this coach. Like, to be honest, I don't follow bodybuilding channels as close as I used to, especially the last couple months, but it's always like, is Nick's coach gonna choke again? And then it ends up being the pressure is on Nick himself as well. So
People are always asking, are we going to see Pittsburgh Pro Nick?
Yeah.
Are we going to see Arnold 2023 Nick?
Yeah.
But just having that pressure off, it's like, in my mind, Nick was like, no, I'm creating a new Nick Walker for this prep. And I think that's what we saw. Like, I think he looked awesome, dude. People have him winning.
I think, dude, his backside can't be beat by anyone else on the scene.
No, not at all.
It's not, like, maybe backlash.
I really struggle with the stomach in comparison to the other guy.
He did bring
Besides
that.
Hadi,
He fixed that a lot, though.
Yeah.
but Fix doesn't beat anybody else.
Yeah.
So it's like, what are you looking for? Because to me, it is a very big deterrent. You're hard, you're going to be fuller, but at the same time, like, but is that a desirable physique?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
That is true. It's, I mean, I am not, like, he's not my favorite physique up there. Just going by bodybuilding, kind of standards.
Criteria.
Yeah.
Another thing to consider too, and this is kind of a strange to think about, but if you weren't posing, would your physique be desirable? If you were just standing being a person, without having to suck in extremely hard, but like,
You know what?
just
You know
a
what?
physique.
If somebody just wanted to be a mass monster, and they didn't know, like, Nick Walker, the Nick Walker that everybody knows, on stage, his physique, when he's just in his trunks, okay? And he was in, like, a cutoff. I think most people that want to be mass monsters would be like, yo, I want to look like that. They would. Because Nick in a cutoff looks fucking insane.
Yeah.
Nick in a
Silly.
t-shirt, Nick in anything looks absolutely insane.
Yeah, ridiculous.
But the structure gets exposed in his posing. But I think Nick knows that.
Yeah.
And I don't think it really gets to his head,
Sure.
but I think,
I mean, it's obviously one of those things where it's like, here we are just giving opinions.
Yeah.
Based on something that, to some degree, is like not fixable.
yeah, exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
It's like, it's with your God-given things. Like, hey, man, I've got really small calves and terrible biceps. It's just part of it.
Yeah. And we saw Martin up there. So I had Martin winning because I was biased. Martin's my boy. Martin got up there, stomping out. Energy was high.
He does it every time, bro.
Every time, but he wears his heart on his sleeve.
Yeah.
So as he started to know that he wasn't placing where he wanted to place, he started sweating. That adrenaline started kicking up. But also, what the judges see is Marty kept looking at Nick right next to him, like looking at his legs, looking at his stomach, whatever. And it was making just like his frustrated faces.
Yeah.
Okay, of course you can be frustrated, but
You can't show it.
the judges will see that, and it's the poise, And one of my friends that competed at the amateur, he didn't turn pro, but he looked phenomenal. I told him that after prejudging because he was kind of in his head, and then like I wasn't stepping on anybody's toes. His coach is right there. I know his coach, and I'm like, dude, Sandy on a podcast on Men's Physique Radio the other day had the question brought up. 2 Men's Physique guys, everything, condition, muscularity, symmetry, whatever. It's tied. What's going to be that tiebreaker? Sandy said, presentation. So I told him, I said, dude, come back and you just make sure your presentation is better. That's what they're going to look for. If it's split, if it's just a complete tie, you in first place, the presentation is most of the time what's going to separate it. But some people don't know how to improve presentation until they realize that they had a poor presentation.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And presentation isn't just how well you can hit a pose either. Presentation is your stage presence, your poise, your attitude.
Are you smiling?
Yeah.
Yes.
Are
Exactly.
you having fun?
Brother.
Is this perceived fun for you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you guys remember? I don't know if you remember, but you probably do. When I was in Georgia for my first show in 2024, and I'm on stage, and I'm the biggest men's physique guy up there. I look like an open bodybuilder in freaking board shorts, okay? I didn't smile at all because I was flexing so hard. I just wanted to hit my pose and I wanted to destroy it. And my feedback, who was it? Oh no, it wasn't a judge. It was Sydney Gillen because it was her show. She was like, Nick, when you're up there posing, like you pose like you train.
Yeah.
I'm like, what do you mean? She's like, you're posing like you're hitting a top set. Yep. Like, dude, chill. Yeah. Just like that presentation was so huge. And then 2 weeks later, I won my overall. Yeah. And then I went to Junior Nats. My presentation was better. And then Universe, I got the pro card. And it felt so much better to be in a pose knowing like, yo, I'm smiling, I'm presenting a physique that's desirable, and part of that desire is looking good up here. Yeah. You know, is being a pretty boy. Yeah. You know, so you kind of got to buy into it a little bit.
Yeah, you did. 100%.
I remember the show that I did in December 6th. I haven't been on stage in years, and you're like, hey, I need you to pose only 70%.
Yep.
Yes.
Because I was just like,
I remember.
70% looks far better than 100% does because it doesn't look like you're trying, but it looks like you're in the pose, but it doesn't look like you're overdoing.
And after 5 rounds, you're not just huffing.
Yes. There was a guy at the gym yesterday, and I was about to head out, but he's like, Nick, you know, I'd really appreciate it if you looked at a couple of my poses. I'm like, for sure, let's do it. And he starts posing. I'm like, just do a side chest. Do side chest and front double because I got to head out. And he's hitting the side chest, and he's shaking. But he has never competed before, so he doesn't know it. And I said, dude, when you're hitting a pose, I literally said what you said. Hit it 60, 70%. Like, you just want to you want to showcase what you want to showcase. You don't want to be up there flexing so hard that you don't, that you look like you're about to shit
yourself. The goal's not the cramp.
Exactly. So, and then Hadi. Everybody, there's speculation about Hadi, the stuff going on overseas in his home country, affecting his prep. What's your thought? What do you think Hadi showed up like? Like, was that typical Hadi?
It's not his 100%. Right. From the backside, dude, he's always the hardest bodybuilder on the entire stage. Always. I've never seen him not. From the backside, he was a little softer than I was expecting.
Do you think that was, this week? Do you think that was
or age?
What's going on? Age?
That's another thing. It's like, when was his first Olympia?
Oh gosh, dude, his first Olympia for 212.
Yeah, I mean,
he's
been at the Olympia every year for 10 years or something, like 8 to 10 years.
Yes.
He still looked like he was having a good time.
Oh,
dude, he was having fun.
I don't think Hadi is never gonna not have a good time on a bodybuilding stage, and I think that's why he just continues to come back. He's the hardest.
That's why also people like him.
Yes,
right.
100%.
No one likes somebody who mean mugs.
Exactly.
I love the dude. I think he's great for the sport. I don't know what he's saying. That's okay. Yeah. But you can tell in his eyes, his smile, his presentation on stage that he loves this shit. Yeah. But Hadi, I think one thing. This is what I was gonna say. Marty was sweating. The adrenaline was high. He maybe upset a little bit. I've never seen Hadi sweat on stage. Never in my life. Now, sweating on stage can be from a lot of different factors, as we know. How the peak was, what they had to do to achieve that look, etc. Posing endurance, how you practice your posing. But I think Hadi, bro, he's in Iran. Climate. His body is so used to hot.
Again, certain things that we just
you can't change.
Can't control.
Yes.
You can't change.
Exactly. You can't if somebody lives in Alaska, you know what I'm saying? They're just used to a super cold climate, different climate. You can't out-peak somebody to make them look a certain way where their body's only known one type of way.
It'd be like the Houston Texans going to play the Colorado play the Denver Broncos.
Great example.
Dude, I think that Branch Warren, one of his best successes is being so grainy and dry.
He trained in
the 110-degree gym every day.
Yes. Yep. Dude, 100%.
I think that makes a difference because you're teaching your body to flush water so much. I struggle to sweat. That's not good.
Oh, I don't.
Water.
I don't struggle to sweat.
That just means my body likes to keep it.
Yes.
That's not great.
Yes.
So it's I need to purposely sweat.
Yep.
So I get used to that fluid movement.
Right. So tonight, it's Saturday right now when we're recording this, everybody. You guys, what are your predictions for Open tonight?
I think we go top 5. Top five. I think Andrew's going to take it.
Oh, wait. Before we get to there, sorry. Terrible, transition here. I think Brandon Curry got overlooked.
I didn't even see him.
See him.
I didn't
What?
even see him. No.
Dude, everybody was saying like Brandon Curry was looking crazy, and they wanted to see him next to Nick
The top 4.
and
I
Marty.
I think I've only seen the top 4.
Really? Okay. So I think Brandon looked great. I remember listening to Fuad's recap, and he thought he wanted to see Brandon next to Marty, because that right there, I think they will. I think they'll put Brandon next to Marty tonight. If they, that's in my ideal world they would, but bro, that's a Mr. Olympia that you didn't really compare to the top 4.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, I don't care about the politics of that. Like, a Mr. Olympia can show up, look worse, and of course, don't compare him to the top 4, top 5.
Yeah.
But somebody like him, where he looked insane at the Olympia this year, or last year, and people are saying that this is probably one of his best looks in the recent years, like, give the dude a nudge a little bit.
Yeah,
Like,
just
let's
a look.
see.
Just have a
Yeah.
look.
You can always pull him off stage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna just do top 4 because that's all I was
top
gonna
4.
pay attention to. I'm gonna go Andrew, Nick. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go Andrew, Nick, Hadi, Martin.
Got it. I'm gonna do Nick, Andrew, Hadi, Martin.
From what I saw, and you guys are more experienced than me, I liked Hadi.
Yeah.
I like Hadi too, and he's always gonna show out better. Yeah, I think Hadi's always gonna come back better on Saturday night as well. So
Yeah.
I don't know, man, because then what also confused me is like they moved Nick and Martin out,
Yeah.
so are Hadi and Andrew top 2. If that is the case, I'm gonna go Andrew, Hadi, Nick. But
That's how I viewed it.
yeah.
When I
But
had
we never
Hadi.
know, because they could have moved those 2
Yes.
out because they're 3 and 4.
Yeah, 100%.
Or, you know,
Yeah.
you never know.
We'll see.
I don't know, man. I think it's too big of a stage to play that regional game to really
Yeah.
pull the good people out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's too big of a stage for them to do that.
Did they do a final 2 call out or no? 2-person?
Yeah, I think it was Hadi and Andrew.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it was the final call out.
Okay. Well then, Hadi's always going to be better on Saturday.
That's
You
true.
know that.
Yeah.
He's probably secured in the top 2.
True. True.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I mean, dude, it was a crazy show. This Arnold definitely is going down in history. But what else? Do you guys got? What do you want to
Man.
cover?
What's been the somebody you didn't expect to see that you saw? It was really cool to see them.
Like on stage?
Whether you saw, well, I would think just in the sport as a whole, whether it's like, man, I saw this person that I've been following for 20 years, and for example, I saw Lee Haney yesterday.
You saw what?
Lee Haney?
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
No shit.
I saw
Through to one of the booths. I was like, that's pretty cool.
I saw Lee Priest walking out there a little bit ago.
Okay,
That was
that's
cool.
awesome.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm trying to think,
Man,
man.
I wish I could see that guy in his heyday, huh?
I haven't done a lot of walking around today. I've only trained at a gym where it's not even open yet, but they allowed us to train there. It was a great training facility, the Den Fitness. So I haven't been around a whole lot of like big names yet this week.
I was working out beside Rich Gaspari 2 days ago at Pro's Gym.
That's cool. That's really cool.
You know what I think the coolest part of it all is to me? It's not necessarily the people that I'm seeing, but it's the people that I watched when I got into bodybuilding. Like when I was like nobody in the sport and I really looked up to these guys and thought that they were, you know, these big, like, and now it's like I'm here having conversations with them because they are normal people, but it's just like, that's so much more normalized, and it shows that, like, just how far I've come in the short amount of time that I've been in the industry, that, like, you know, the influencers on the Young LA stages that people have lines to meet are, like, some of my friends, and, like, you know, like, that's the cool part of it to me.
You know, it's funny. I took the girls, my 2 teammates, going out on the booths. I'm not going to see people I know, right? And, like, I'm not waiting in a line to talk to a friend.
Yeah.
You know, I'll see them and they're like, hey, come on in, or like, they'll come over to me at the side and they're like, it's crazy that you know all these people that people are in lines to talk to. And I was like, I've just been doing this a long time. And it's some of the people, it's from doing other events.
Yeah.
From either a business side or this, that, whatever. And it's like, I didn't meet them at an event, like, in this same type of aspect. We met outside the event, so like I'm the friend, not the person that's like wanting to take the photo.
Yeah.
And so it's really cool to connect with a lot of these people that, dude, it's just been years.
That reminds me. I think it was about 2022 or 2023, Arnold. I was training at Pro's gym, and I don't know if I was filming or whatever, but a guy came up to me. He was a fan, and this is before I was a pro, and he just, liked my social media, liked what I was about, etc. As I was talking to him, hearing his story, the dude was diagnosed with cancer, and he was going through his treatment and stuff. So, and I saw him, was it yesterday, and he came up to the booth and chatted with him. I recognized him, but then as he was like talking, I paused, I interrupted him, and I said, dude, I may be completely wrong, but I was talking to you in 2022, 2023 about you going through cancer. Like, and we started talking about that, and he's cancer-free now, all this stuff, and how he's like, he didn't say, I love your social media. He's a fan of mine, watches my stuff, but what he was saying, he was like, I like me watching you, seeing your content, YouTube videos, reels, whatever it is, of just the sweaty workouts, being raw with it. He was like, that was the biggest thing for me of, as I was transitioning out of like a very poor health state, he just loved the raw nitty gritty of how I've just kept that persona like that, because that's who I am. And I'm like, damn, I've seen this guy back three years ago, and he still remembers me. I still remember him, but like, people stick, stories stick. Yeah. And before we started recording, you asked me, you're like, do you like being at expos? And I'm like, I don't like standing at expos. I don't like the heat at expos, but I like the stories. Like, I'm a talker. Like, I talk to so many people, dude. But the stories and meeting people, they don't have to know who I am. Yeah. If somebody's like, oh, yo, dude, this guy's Jack, I'm gonna go talk to him. And they talk to me, and I don't care if they follow me or not. It's just like, hearing people's walks of life is one of the coolest things for me at big events like this. That's what I love, because it puts a perspective for me.
I actually had a question I was going to ask you on here. Obviously, before the podcast got started, like, a bunch of people were asking to take pictures. Somebody asked you for an autograph.
Oh yeah.
At what point did that start to happen for you? Was it hostile in training with Samson? Was it just your Instagram blowing? Like, is there a certain point when things just like kind of changed for you, and that started to happen when you come to places like
2022 for me, when I was invited to my first booth ever for Hostile. I get to the booth, and I've got my face on this, I'm like a 10-foot like graphic on this booth, and I'm like, whoa, that's cool. And they had all these printed out photos for me to give to people for autographs, and people wanted my autograph. I'm like, nobody knows who I am. I had like 3,000 followers in 2022, okay? And I'm like, that was really, really cool. But since then, I've seen a lot of those same people from back then. And I think the biggest thing for, I don't want to say like training with Samson and being his friend or being with Hostile hasn't propelled me, because it definitely has.
Sure.
But I think the biggest thing that keeps people stopping me right before a podcast to sign their stuff is just, Nick, you're a real motherfucker, and that's why we ride with you, and I'm like, wow, I was putting off that like energy in 2022 when I was still trying to find who the hell I was, and I'm like, I'm living people's dreams, and I don't realize it until I have an instance where we're about to record and sit down and people pull me aside and I get to chat with them. And it's like 2022 it started, and then it woke up. And then it woke me up in when I was in Mexico. I was like, wow, I have a Mexican fan base. Like,
that's crazy.
What? Like, what? So
I was just at Baker last night at dinner. I work out at this pretty much bodybuilding gym called AR.
Yep.
Absolute Recall.
Yep.
And every week somebody goes, the AR guy. And I'm like, yeah. Yeah.
That's awesome.
And so it's like, it's cool to like, it's where I had to say like be recognized, but it's like the hard work gets recognized, or like the amount of content you put out gets recognized, what you say gets recognized. Or
it's crazy because
in the space,
like, we all talk every week, we text almost daily, every other day. Like, we're just like our normal selves to people, but like, we're just people. But like, a client that I never met in person came up to me a little while ago, and he's like, dude, I feel like I'm meeting an influencer right now. And it's like, it's crazy what we mean to people who we don't view it as that,
Well, the same thing would happen. It just goes up the ladder, right? If the Rock walks in, I'm gonna go, holy cow, that's the Rock. And if I have an opportunity, I'm probably going to say hello.
I mean, dude, that just happened. These two guys just walked behind the camera, and I looked over your shoulder, and both of them were pointing at me, like, yo, that's Nick Justin. I'm like, I never once thought that would happen. I never wanted that. But it's like,
Yeah, never the goal either.
no, it was, I more so, as I got into social media and realized, like, okay, I got to leverage social media for my personal brand.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't want to leverage it with virality at the forefront. I wanted to leverage it with, like, I want people.
Authenticity.
Yes, I want them to rock with me for me first, and then maybe my physique secondary. I don't want it to be physique first, and then they realize I'm a shit person, you know? And I'm like, it's cool to see that
That just makes
I've
you
still
an
embodied it.
influencer, and that doesn't work.
Right. I'm the furthest thing from an influencer.
I would disagree. Because you're very influential.
Yeah, thank you, yeah. Yeah, you're right.
Can you talk about what you were talking about at dinner last night about like that the influence that certain people have on?
So, there are certain people in this world that have incredible influence that is hard to fathom.
Yeah.
And I think the most influential people are music artists.
Yeah.
My wife says this, she was like, how awesome would it be to be a rock star where you can strike a chord and the entire audience erupts in front of you? That is power.
That's crazy.
That is crazy power.
And that goes back to like everybody who is like any influencer, anyone who is influential over people like that is all in how you make someone feel.
That's it.
Yeah.
And now music obviously can strike a, like a better word, strike a chord in you, where it evokes an emotion. And so that's why it's so powerful. I mean, I think that's why it's Lucifer's favorite thing.
You're right.
But obviously influence can be for good or bad.
Yes.
But it's crazy how there's a song that half the world will know. And it's just like, that is unimaginable. I can't fathom having that type of power where I say something.
Putting off that aura.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
I actually just had this conversation with my business partner the other day. We were talking about Young LA's booth before we came here. And I was like, yeah, they sponsor Lil Baby. And my business partner was like, they're a fitness brand. Why would they do that? And I was like, yeah. Lil Baby, go look at his YouTube. Every video on his YouTube has over 200 million views. All he has to do is have a piece of clothing of theirs on, and they probably get hundreds of thousands of sales from 280 million views on a YouTube video. Yeah. So like,
I was talking to Jason, one of the partners at Taste.
Yeah.
Because I've known Joy for a long time. We started Rise together. So I stopped by, said hello, and he said that they're the #1 barbecue sauce on TikTok Shop.
Wow.
And 17th largest consumable brand on TikTok Shop. And
17th out of all the brands.
All the brands.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Doing really well. And I was like, man, how much of that is pushed by Joey? He goes, Joey hasn't posted since December. He goes, because he can't. And it's because of the influence which he has. If he posts, he'll sell all the product and shut the whole business down. And so it's like they're struggling to stay in stock just through TikTok Shop. But it's all, everybody else is posting about it. Obviously, he's being influential of the product.
But also, everybody else is posting about it, but they've created a product that people desire.
Yeah, that's it.
Right. People desire it. It's returning customers.
He said they sell 300,000 bottles a month.
Imagine moving that. Imagine being the one that puts the order in for like the next month. Like, yep, we're about to spend $5 million on production.
I said, how much that's wholesale? He said 0.
Just a consumer.
If think about it like this, we break down that math, 300,000 bottles a month. If we took that and said, okay, so let's say the average order is 3 bottles. That's 100,000 orders. That's crazy.
and most people can't wrap their mind around. I can't wrap my mind around.
It was like we struggle to stay in stock. I go, sounds like it.
That's a good problem to have.
Yeah.
But they created something.
They started that company, man, I want to say around 2020, maybe sooner, around when I kind of like exited Rise. So around that same time. And now I'm super happy with those guys crushing it.
Yeah.
So me and Jason used to work at Shreds together way back in the day. One of the main guys over in Raw, Dan, he worked in Shreds together. with me. Who else? It's funny, like, dude.
Mike Rattini was here. He worked with you. I saw him.
Oh, was he?
Yeah, they're doing the Gold's Gym booth.
I see it.
Yeah.
They're like, dude, shreds. There's somebody planted in every company that's found success.
And they're all high up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn. Yeah. Good point. Holy
How
cow.
about this? Out of the top 10 people that I knew at the company, we've all, I'd say like 70% of the people that were in, let's say, the top 15 have 7-figure companies.
Wow.
Culture. That's breeding a culture.
Definitely marketing strategy and tactic. What's up? How are you? You're just like not you guys. Giving you a shout out on the podcast. Taste. Let's go. Good to see you. Remote. That's Crystal Joey's fiance.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Wow.
But yeah, dude, crazy. Shreds did some work, son.
That's a culture you create, dude, that people remember. Like, people may not remember Shreds for their products, but people remember the movement.
The movement, what they didn't see is the ideas behind the movement and the work ethic behind the brand. I mean, dude, I worked crazy hours. I mean, dude, I mean, ridiculous, to where I would go in at 9 in the morning, get off at 5:30, go train, come back and work in office from 9 until 1 a.m. and do it again the next day.
Damn.
That was back when we had chronological order on posts.
Oh, yeah.
I posted 22 times a day, every hour on the hour. For 6 months, I posted from 5:30, 7, 8, 9, 10, all the way to 2:30 a.m. And I would go to sleep at I'd go to sleep at like midnight, or whenever I got back, 2 o'clock. And then alarm would go off at 2:30, post. Alarm would go off at 5, post. 6, post. And so I would get.
You couldn't schedule posts then.
He didn't want us to schedule a post because he was afraid that it could be stolen or compromise the account, because every post generated $6,000.
Yeah.
And he was like, I don't care. You're going to do it. I'll pay somebody to do it. And I was like, I want to make more money. How do I do it? And he was like, do this. And he was like, and this is what you'll make. And I was like, well, I can't complain about the hours. I asked for the money.
Yeah, that's true. That's fact. That's
Can you
true.
imagine every time you hit post on Instagram, you know you're going to make $6,000?
Crazy, right? That's per account. And we had like so many accounts.
That's insane.
It was a different time.
Oh, yeah, clearly. Oh, my goodness.
Different time. I wish it was that easy now. Not that what they did was easy, but it is easy now to create a business. However, the chronological made it to where you could force feed bad content to people.
Yeah, good point.
And now you can't force feed bad content.
No.
You gotta be good.
You know, I figured out how to make my own page chronological the other day.
You can do that.
How?
Bro, so if you go to
Put us on the game, bro.
if you go to Instagram and you go to your home page,
Screen record this if you put it in there.
yeah, and then sure.
Yes, screen record it.
So 2, 1. All right, so if you go to your home page and then you click the Instagram at the top, you click following, and everything's chronological
No way.
of everyone you follow.
Dude, I had no idea. What the heck? It is.
That's interesting.
Wow. But not many.
I accidentally clicked the Instagram thing and I didn't know what it was.
Yeah.
And then I was like, wait, what is this? And then I started scrolling and I was like, wait, it's all in order.
Most people, I don't think most people even want to do that though.
No, they don't.
You know?
No, because they want new suggested
Yeah.
content.
They want that dopamine.
And you can't
It's
force,
also the best content gets fed to you.
yeah, and you can't force your followers to do that, obviously. But I just thought it was cool because we were talking about it after on the podcast.
for sure.
Boys,
Yeah.
you hungry?
Yeah.
Very.
I'm eating out of a bag. I'm not hungry.
I saw that. Eat out of a bag,
have you
baby.
put some size on since I saw you in December?
Yeah, dude. Okay, hold on. Wednesday morning, 294. Thursday morning, since I was traveling on Wednesday, behind on some meals, so I had some like shit calories for to fill in. Just from like because calories just not equal. Okay, I dropped 7 pounds of glycogen in 2 days. Yeah. So it's like, but like we started my push 5 weeks into my push right now. Feeling really good. I've definitely put size on. My training is freaking fantastic. I love it right now. I don't know, dude. It's like sometimes I get knee issues from like football. I don't know what it is. Like I keep very good flexibility, mobility, but sometimes my knees, if I train heavier, my knees feel way better. It's so weird.
That is weird.
And I'm like, this is the first blast where I'm like, I'm hitting leg days, no knee sleeves. And I'm like, all right, I like this. And it's not a drug that I'm on.
Yeah.
I'm not the person who like, I'm gonna throw an MPP for the joints now.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm not that type of person. Like I base the dose upon the response, you know? So training's going good. I put size on for sure, but not nearly where I want to be. But that's bodybuilding.
I hear you.
Yeah. I just want to wake up. Last night, we were all chilling. It's like 3 a.m, and Jay's like, have you ever went to bed at 300 pounds? And I'm like, I've never thought about it. Because sometimes it's weird. I'll go to bed like 2 pounds heavier than what I woke up at.
Yeah.
We were gonna like just start chugging water and water loading me to see if I could wake up at 300 pounds. But I was like, no, I
You would have been pissing all night.
was like, nah, probably not a good idea because I got alcohol in me right now. Not a good idea. But so
Yeah, I had a heaviest weight I'm the heaviest I've been now since I was 25.
damn. Holy shit. Yeah, you showed me your photos yesterday. I was impressed.
Thank you.
Crazy.
I was impressed.
Crazy. 40 pounds up since December.
Yeah. Lean as shit too.
Yep. So lean.
Lean as hell.
He doesn't think so, but like.
I know.
relative.
I know.
Yeah, I went to bed the other night at like 246.
Really.
It's like,
Somebody complimented me the other day when we were training. He asked me, like, how do you feel being in the 290s? And I'm like, dude, I feel fantastic. And he's like, yeah, bro, I was going to say if you feel bad, like I was going to be like, really? He was going to be shocked if I said I felt bad. And I'm like, why would you have been shocked? He's like, dude, you'll hit a set, you'll breathe heavy for a minute,
you're right.
and then you'll be right back into it.
Yep.
And it clicked for me. I'm like, damn, he's right.
Yeah.
Like, I don't really notice it
Yeah.
until you think back. Like, when I was 275 as an amateur, it was a bad 275.
Yeah.
You know, so it feels good carrying around a good amount of weight, and just knowing that I can do like I can park my truck. I parked it blocks away,
Yep.
knowing that I can walk here completely fine. I may break a sweat because I sweat all the time, but knowing I don't gotta take a break, it feels good, you know.
I got a text 2 nights ago from my group of me doing this 100-mile hike in the Swiss Alps, and they're like, hey, just want to let you know, we were 12 weeks out. And I'm like, no. I'm like, I don't, that's on him, because I'm, 5 weeks into, I guess we're 5 weeks in as well, pushing,
Nice.
trying to do what we can.
Yeah.
And so basically like 8-ish weeks and then 4 to get ready for this hike.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I don't want to put on like too much excess weight because I still got to hike 100 miles.
Yeah. Are you guys going to? Because what? North Americans is 26 out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
26 weeks out. You're 5 weeks into your push, and you have this big hike coming up. Are you gonna do anything? Are you gonna pull them down on gear for the hike at all, or is there gonna be a health phase in between?
So we're pushing. We're not doing a long push. We
Yeah.
use quicker esters,
Yep.
just to get in, get out. And then, like you said, like 4 weeks out, we'll pull down some. We'll come off drugs for a little bit, bridge it, and then get right back into
Right.
prep.
When I get back from the hike, it'll be 16 weeks.
Yeah.
Oh, perfect. Dude, I've got a kid right now prepping. We started prepping like 24 weeks out, and that was the start of his health phase. We got bloods on, and he's just turned 20 years old. Great physique. He's doing Sid Gillen show.
Okay.
And we only started gear at 13 weeks out.
Yep.
And it's nothing. Bro, he's on 300 tests, 300 primo. And it's just the responsive body, keeping things good, keeping things in check. When you were coming up, like learning more about coaching, because I had this transition where I would have I'd be like, all right, I'm gonna have this guy do a 16 week, 20 week cycle.
Yep.
And have that be a very strict structure for most people. And I'm like, you know what? Let's come off, do that health phase. There's times where I'll pull bloods at like 16 weeks in. If things are looking good, I'll extend it another
100%.
another 8 weeks.
I think a lot of people are too live and die by certain rules.
Yes.
There are no rules to this
No.
shit. There's no rules.
No.
You get blood work done, at week 15 of your 16-week cycle and everything looks perfect and everything is moving perfect, you feel good, just keep going.
Don't do it until things start to look bad, though.
Yeah.
But like keep things monitored.
Yeah, 100%.
So it's like, okay, now I know that I can do this and tell this person to keep pushing in good faith instead of guessing.
I was talking to Mike White and Mike Nassif about this the other day, and they're like, dude, a lot of people's first cycles, like 16 weeks is stupid. Run it 30, 40 weeks, get the most you can out of it. You're not going to get health detriments from your first cycle ever, and if you do, then you're not meant for this shit. You shouldn't take it anymore.
Right.
Like that's how you know.
What are your thoughts on the fact that it's like, so the longer being on something, the less you're producing something, which means that TRT now is 300 milligrams a week instead of 100 because you've blown your receptors.
I mean, yeah, you're bigger. You got to fill them. I mean, some people, dude, I've had guys.
Because like I can tell you, TRT for me is not 200.
Yeah.
That gets me to like 600 a week.
Really?
Yeah.
Holy cow.
We're also talking. I started when I was 19 years old.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So
age, size. Yeah.
So like I'm in the game for a long time.
Right.
Because I had a guy tell me to do something absolutely stupid for 6 months straight.
Yeah.
And I listened.
Yeah.
See,
And
that's the thing is if it's stupid for a longer period of time, then I would like to say that we don't necessarily do anything that's stupid.
No, that's why actually I like Taylor, because he's like, I'm like, what about this? He was like, no, it's okay.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. And I think it's like, I've seen guys' blood work where we get so large, we put on a lot of size in whatever, 2-3 years, whatever. Their test levels at their normal TRT dose, say it's like 150 a week. Their test levels come back because they're pretty much natural.
Yeah.
Like 500-600.
Yeah.
You know? So it's like, okay, it's okay if things are in check elsewhere.
Yeah.
Odds are, if you're in the middle of the health phase, most things are in check if you're, metabolizing things well. Like, you can increase your test dose in a health phase, to get to that 1,000, 1,200 range.
Yeah.
That's completely fine. Yeah. There's no set in stone structure of TRT has to be between 100 milligrams a week to 250 milligrams a week. I'm the individual where my TRT phase, this past health phase, it was the first time it was 200 per week.
Yeah.
Usually it's 150.
Yeah.
But I've also put on 60 pounds since turning pro. So we had to bring it up a little bit.
I think one of the issues is if every year that has to increase,
No,
what's
yeah,
it at
100%.
when you're 45?
Exactly.
100%.
You take it 3 C's a week to be normal?
I would argue that I don't know how much I believe into the receptor desensitization of TRT specifically. I think that other factors play a role in causing you to have to take more. I would also argue that a 25-year-old that goes on TRT can get their levels to, if they've never, let's assume neither of these people have ever taken anything.
Yeah.
A 45-year-old versus a 25-year-old, the 45-year-old's going to have to take a higher TRT dose anyways to get, just
So
as
you're
an
saying
age,
at
'cause of-
45, 25, they have the same test levels, that the 45 is going to need a larger dose to increase it versus the 25 doesn't need as much?
not necessarily the same test
To me, that
level.
makes sense.
Yeah.
Let's say they both were at 500
Yeah.
naturally.
Yeah.
I would think that the 25-year-old would have to take a smidge in comparison to the
Well, just
45
'cause you're-
to get it to 1,000.
Your body as a whole is just more receptive to
Processing
things.
it, receiving it.
Yeah.
So that makes a lot of sense to
Yeah,
me.
yeah.
Age becomes a factor, not
Yeah.
just dulled receptors,
Yeah,
if you would.
100%.
That makes sense to me.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, too, like, the more muscle we build, bro, the more receptors we have.
Yes.
So it's like you got to fill the receptors. It's like you don't always have to increase dose for cycles. Like, you can still grow. Right now, my cycle, 600 test, 200 primo, 300 EQ. Okay? My cycle prior to this, 5 weeks in, was, 750 test, 400 primo? And I'm growing very well right now.
Yeah.
It's going to increase throughout this cycle,
Yeah.
but it's like, if I can keep the common denominator of health and a receptive body, keep that health, that's going to transition to a receptive body.
Yeah.
Okay? Could I get more out of starting my cycle with a gram? Yeah, for sure. Do I want to? Fuck yeah, I do. But like, I'm also in a spot where it's like I trust what's going on. I trust my coach. I just don't want to think.
Yeah.
If he thinks that I can push more, then he'll push more. I'm just gonna sit back and I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
But if he thinks that we can chill here for a little bit before we need to push, I'll chill at a lower dose than what I need to until we get enough juice out of the lemon.
So what's the plan? Do you have Any set timelines or anything yet?
Just get big, man, dude. I'm tall. I gotta get to like 315, 320, 330. And I'll tell you what, it's a bitch right now. When I'm away on a trip like this, admittedly so, I've been very bad with my meals this trip. Stress with athletes, you know what happened.
You want some cold chicken? I got some.
Yeah. And walking a lot, all this stuff, whatever. I failed to prepare when I first got here and didn't get the groceries. So that's on me, okay? So I can't complain when I get back to Milwaukee and I weigh in, it's gonna take me 2-3 days to fill up on glycogen again to get back to 294, 295. Because I was the one that didn't prepare out here. So it's like, but it's weird to be in a position where when my weight drops, not from just like fat, but from glycogen, I can feel my body, just the poundage go up just from glycogen every day when I'm on my stuff.
Yeah.
But then I get back to that spot, and then to go from 294 to 295, it takes another fucking 2-3 weeks of just locking in.
Yeah.
You know, because I don't want to be in that repetitive circle of like, okay, I'm locked in for 5 weeks. Oh, I got to travel. And then shit goes down the drain. But that's also my decision. If I got to travel, I have to be the one that makes it a point that I have to execute, I have to prepare. Because I'm never going to get to 300, I'm never going to get to 330, whatever the hell, if I'm not the one doing the necessary things when I'm traveling, when my schedule's busy, mitigating my stress. So it's hard to get to 300 right now, but a lot easier than other people.
Yeah.
I just want to point out that my man here is sitting at like 290 something and just pulls his foot up.
Yeah.
Pure mobility. It just cranks it up there. No, bruh.
Do you do a lot of mobility stuff or no?
Dude, my hip is like snap.
I can't do the splits anymore, but I can still get close to the splits. I don't do any intentional mobility stuff ever. The only thing I do is after every leg day I do stretch after leg day, because if I don't, my adductors will cramp in the middle of the night every time. So it's like I don't know how I've kept a decent mobility, flexibility, you know, constant, I don't know, whatever, but it's less than what it once was.
Yeah. Sure.
But I don't know, dude. Look at Andrew. He can do the splits on stage like no other. You know? I'm just glad I can bend down, touch my toes. I'm healthy at the end of the day. That's what I enjoy.
Absolutely.
So,
boys, I appreciate it, man.
Of course, man.
Dude, this made my day. This was so fun.
This is cool.
I got to sit down. I wasn't drenched in sweat anymore.
Yeah.
So, anyway, that was episode 10, coming at you live from the Arnold Classic 2026. Make sure to like, comment, share, subscribe, you guys. We're going to be pumping out the content from this right here. We've been extremely busy for the past 2-3 weeks, but this is something that we do every week, guys, and we love doing this. We're getting a lot of feedback on the podcast. So thank you so much. Make sure to like, comment, share, subscribe, follow our socials, share everything. If you need anything from any of us, let us know. Put it in the comments. We'll answer your questions. With that, business, brains, and bronze, and we're out.
We can make it happen.
That would be awesome.